I apologize for the hiatus. I honestly have no good excuse, but today we are gonna be finally. I'm actually shocked that this video never went out. When I was checking all the recordings that I didn't put out yet, I was like, oh, we left on like a really bad note because I was like, guys, we're building the village, and then we didn't build the village. This video, we are building the village. And by village, I kind of mean like it's the start of the village, right? Because we're bringing the villagers over here. They're finally going to have a house. I'm going to be able to trade with them a lot more frequently. So let's just get right into it so I can start talking all about it. So starting off, the reason that I've been like grinding on the river and like a bunch of different things was to eventually build this villager house. And the reason I wanted it again is I want to have easier access to being able to trade with them. It was always such a hassle having to go over there. And even though I do have a nether tunnel to the stronghold, which is right above or right below the village, it's still not as, it's not as quick as having them in our little area. So I'm really proud that I was able to finally dig out that stupid river and finally make this house, because again, it's something that I've been wanting to do for so long at the beginning of this series. When I finally had everything, when I finally had most of the achievements down and I was starting to work on actually building stuff rather than just grinding out achievements, it was something that I always wanted to do, and I always was putting off because of how annoying I knew that river was going to be. Even though it ended up not being as annoying, I guess. It was mostly a matter of figuring out where I'm going, and the elytra helped a lot with that, as well as the map. The other thing that I was really hesitant to start on was bringing the villagers over, because every Let's Play or stream that I've watched of people trying to bring villagers over is the most frustrating thing that I've ever watched in my entire life, and I can feel the frustration of the other person as well. And honestly, I did not have a hard time at all. It was the easiest part of this entire project. I put them in a boat, and again, it was very helpful that the village was right off of a river. And so I put them in the boat, brought them all the way down the river to my area, put a piston on the dock so that the boat can go from water level to block level, boat them all the way, and again, it helps that they're on the same level. Boat them all the way to the building, and then I had a kind of like a staircase of pistons that took them up to their respective rooms. Super easy. Honestly, easiest thing that I've ever done. And I did not use sticky pistons or anything. I didn't use any like crazy redstone or anything. Literally just pistons and levers, and one by one taking them up the block. Like, it was that simple. However, going back to the build, it was rough. It was a rough start. I will say the first, I want to say this took me about 3 days total, like 3 separate days of building. The first night that I started it, absolutely horrendous. I was working off of one picture as reference because I loaded up a save on mine colonies, which I'll get to mine colonies in a little bit, which is the reference. But I loaded up a save of mine colonies. I built the building, and I just took screenshots, front, sides, back, other side. Right? And that's what I was going off of. Really bad idea. Really stupid idea. So then I started building, and then I got confused. I couldn't tell the blocks. My depth perception is already really bad, so Minecraft doesn't help with that. But yeah, I ended up fucking everything up, and the next day I basically had to restart. I think one of the walls stayed. Actually, no. Pretty much everything got to go. So, like I said, the second day was more like the first day, because the first day was just error after error. I will insert the screenshots that I was originally going off of and the reference video that I ended up going off of. So after my mistake the first day, I ended up going back and recording a reference video of all the sides and the insides and everything like that, so that I could be referring back to. That way I didn't have like 2 Minecrafts open or anything like that, because that felt a little too much. Like, videos I think is okay, but after I had that video, it was really smooth sailing. After that, it was just a matter of, getting vlogs and actually building the thing. Oh, and then after that first night, on the second day when I logged into Minecraft, I realized that they updated the UI when you enter your world, And like I said, this is really dating this video because of how long ago this happened, because now we're already on a new update, an official, like, whole update. I don't even know what number it is now. Is it 21, 22, 21? I don't know. But I'm excited to get the gas. I think that's something I really want to do in this world. What else is new? Oh, I really want to play with the shaders. I think, if anything, I might record some gameplay today and do that with the shaders, because I'm really excited about that. But yeah, back to the login screen. I don't know. I like I'm very nostalgic for the Xbox 360 login menu, so I guess this one just looks, I like it because you can see a picture, and so for people that like to play a lot of different worlds, I can see how it could be very helpful. And I will say, when I did play a lot of different worlds, I could see that being useful, but I only play my one world, so I don't see the point in it, but I can see how it could be useful for other people. After building the outside of the rooms, I will say that the inside took me a bit, because I wasn't going off of anything. The original mine colonies the original build had a lot of ladders and actual doors, and I did, at the beginning I started placing doors, but then I later realized, what am I doing? They're gonna just escape. Maybe that's something I'll change in the future if I manage to, like, completely seal off their area or something. But I think I just like them. I just like having them in their area. They have their workplace. They have a bed. Some of them have chests. I think they're just staying in their rooms. I don't think I'm letting them out anytime soon. Maybe I'll change my mind, but like I said, I think they're staying there for a good while. The room layouts, I wanted them to not be super huge, because I didn't want to just give them a lot of space for no reason, but I didn't want them to be 4 blocks small, which I think 1 or 2 of them is kind of small. Sorry. I think the majority of them aren't too cramped. I will say that our mending villager got the top suite of the house on the right, so they're pretty lucky. They got a whole library in there. They have their bed. I almost gave them a double bed, but because the building was odd numbers, it didn't work out. But I would have. I'm not gonna give them a triple bed. That's a little too much, but it's the thought that counts, okay? However, if you guys haven't heard of mine colonies, it is so much fun. It's a mod that basically allows you to run your own village kind of thing, and you manage who's your builders, and they build buildings and different workplaces and houses, which this is a resident house. That is one of the blueprints that you could follow. So you get a bunch of different options for what you want your village what you want your theme of the village to be. And based off that, you get to put down different buildings, and you require different blocks, and you have to provide the blocks for the builder, which is one of the most annoying parts about it. But your builder goes off and builds during the day, and then they come home, and they require to be fed, and all this and that, basically, right? You take care of your little village. But it's really fun. I will say, in the past, I played on the Life in the Village 3 mod pack, which includes mine colonies and has a bunch of other fun mods in it as well. And I was actually playing on a server hosted by Craft Down Under, which is CDU. I don't know if I've mentioned CDU before. Again, I forgot everything that's already happened. But I did used to be a helper on their Discord and throughout their servers. No shade, no tea. I couldn't anymore. I wasn't good at it, to be honest, but that's a different story. No hard feelings. We're good. I still play on their servers occasionally. But yeah, if you guys have never heard of mine colonies, highly suggest. Again, I don't remember how much I've spoken about mine colonies, but it is so much fun. Life in the Village actually has a Life in the Village 4 server now. So I'll leave their server list down below in case you're interested in playing online with other people. They usually host US, UK, and Australian, because they're based in Australia. But yeah, it's super fun. I've honestly never run into issues with any of the people on there. Everyone's been pretty kind. I will say that some people that have higher ranks are able to change the weather and the day. So that could get pretty annoying, especially if you're trying to do stuff, they're kind of bitches, you know, about it, and it's really annoying if they have higher ranks than you, because they're just constantly bullying you about it, and they do whatever the fuck they want. Anyways, at the end of the video, I'll give you a grand tour of the whole place. But I was thinking that, especially with the mending villager that has like the whole suite to themselves, I was kind of thinking that it might be fun to give them some pets. Like, I think maybe 2 or 3 of them could have pets. You know, some of them have too small of rooms. I will say I think the second floor of the left building has too small of rooms, but I think the top floor of that building and the suite would be able to fit maybe a cat or a dog or something like that. So leave name suggestions and just pet ideas in general. And also, I don't know if this is possible. Maybe I'm dumb. I'm pretty sure you can name villagers. So also leave name suggestions for the villagers. Give me the whole backstory. I'm so interested. They will be placed in the world and they will have their whole thing there. I can't remember if I had the clip in the video after all, but I think I only brought over 1 villager on camera. The rest of them I just did off camera because there was no casualties and it was just boring, you know, it was just rowing back and forth. But like I said, the pistons made it so easy. Like, the other thing is, because I'm playing on peaceful, I found it really easy to just do it at nighttime. So while bringing them over, I did it during the nighttime, so when I would place them in their room, in their boat, I would just put down the bed and they would automatically get assigned to that bed, and then put down their workplace and they would be assigned to that workplace, get them out of the boat, and then they would just hop into bed right away because it's nighttime. So if you're playing on not peaceful, obviously that's probably the worst thing to do, but I do highly suggest taking out all the beds, because I did originally place the bed so I could kind of see the layouts and stuff like that, but take out all the beds, all the workstations, everything before you start doing all that, you know, before you start bringing in villagers. That made it really easy. I was also trying to get them to procreate. None of them did that. I was giving them bread. They have a bell right in front of one of the buildings, I think, and they did not procreate. They gave me the little green, I don't know, the little green flares or whatever, but they didn't. No babies were made. And I also haven't gotten an iron golem yet, so maybe it's not technically a village yet. I don't know how many villagers you need to create a village, so maybe I'll work on that. Oh, and I almost completely forgot. I also put a farmer in the market stall that we built a couple episodes back. And I gave him a bed, I gave him his composter, and I mean, I'm just going to keep him there. He's amazing. And last but not least, I did not leave the old village completely bare. I did leave a few there, and as I was taking them out, they started having more babies, because obviously there was villagers being taken away. So as of right now, because they don't age up while you're not in the chunks, I think there's just a bunch of babies running around over there. But I think I'll spend some time over there, like, just to give it, like, just AFK over there and let them grow up and keep that village thriving, just so in case we have casualties, I have backups, you know, because I don't want to be dealing with villager breeding too much. I mean, I wouldn't mind if villagers started breeding and I got some babies. I think that would be kind of fun, especially for storyline purposes. Or just not lore, but like, you know, silly, goofy storyline. In case you've been wondering what I've been doing, by the way, I have been I've been wanting to record for a while already. I get on my computer and I'd much prefer to play a game rather than record. Like, I'm sorry, it sucks. I'm a horrible person. Oh my god, I'd prefer to play video games. But I've just been getting really into a bunch of different games. I will say that I've been playing The Last of Us Part 2. I finally finished all the achievements. I had finished the storyline a while, I think, like, right after it came out. Like, that weekend that it came out on Steam, I finished it. But I had been working on the achievements for the longest time, especially with the No Return, which is, like, I think it's technically DLC, but it comes with the game now. But yeah, there was a couple of achievements that took me a really long time. I will say that the permadeath and the grounded runs I had to do them separately, because I tried doing them together to just get it out of the way, but I realized very quickly I literally did not make it past Jackson, you guys. If you guys haven't played The Last of Us, I highly recommend it. This is The Last of Us Part 2, by the way. I don't know if I said that. I did not make it past Jackson. I was stuck at the supermarket, okay? When I was doing a grounded and permadeath. Permadeath per chapter, okay? Even that, no. So I had to do it separately. I think I ended up doing the permadeath first on very easy. That way I could actually get through it. And then I did the grounded run separately. I think the part that I was stuck on the most was kind of spoilers, but not really. I'll give you very basic. The end of Abby Day 2 and the very, very, very end of Abby Day 3. If you play with the game, you kind of know. But those were the parts that I got the most stuck on Grounded. And then the last achievement that I was stuck on for probably over a month or two, month and a half, we'll say, was the complete. Let me pull it out. I have my journal right here. This is my gaming journal, by the way. I'm still meaning to do a video about it because I think it's so cool. And I've actually started another one because this one is completely full. I don't know if you see all the tabs there. This one is completely full, and I've literally never been more proud of anything in my life. I've never finished a journal. I will say that most of it, it's not like, I don't know, it's not like I wrote anything from my brain. It's all just a list of achievements, but it is still something that I'm like really proud of. The achievement that I was stuck on for the longest time was to win a daily run of No Return on Grounded. And I finally did it just the other day. I was finally able to uninstall it. And I was honestly kind of bittersweet to uninstall The Last of Us because it's one of my favorite games. It's one of my favorite game franchises. So it's like a lot. And I was in the middle of a story run actually, but I was like, you know what? It's okay. I was towards the middle endish of Abby Day 1 where you have to run through the forest with all the stalkers, and that is I hate the fucking stalkers. I'd rather kill the wolves and the rattlers and any like real people in a video game, in the Last of Us video game, than the infected. I'm sorry, I hate the infected so much. I hate the sounds they make. I hate the way they run at you. I hate everything about them. It's so disgusting. It's so horrible. But yeah, I finally was able to finish the achievement, and I actually got really lucky with an easy run. It happened to be Jesse, and I got really lucky with mostly assault and hunted as my path. And the boss was actually the Rattler dude. I don't remember what his name is. The Rattler boss or something. That's probably the easiest boss. That one and the Seraphite Elite dude. So I got pretty lucky. Anyways, I'll stop talking about that. I guess next video I'll talk a little bit more about what else I've been playing, but The Last of Us has been the majority, and it's, like I said, one of my favorite games. Let's go ahead and hop right into a tour. Back to Minecraft. Sorry if you don't care about The Last of Us. If you've never played it, I highly, highly recommend The Last of Us Part 1 and Part 2. But anyways, yeah, back to Minecraft. I'll shut up. Oh my god, wait. I thought it didn't update correctly. Oh my god, I didn't think it updated correctly. Oh my god. I need to take this map off. I didn't even mean to catch my reaction, but I'm so glad that I started recording when I did. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is amazing. Like, I've played with shaders before, but it's usually like always so fucking laggy. Oh my god, look at this. You're kind of getting spoilers of the other videos that I never recorded. Oh my god. But that's okay. You'll get in-depth stuff about it. Here is the villager house with the beautiful shaders. I don't know where I have scaffolding on. I'm sorry. I guess I need to fix my keybinds because I keep accidentally crashing instead of sprinting. Here is the villager houses. All done. Oh my god! Here are the villager houses. all nice and complete. I'm still freaking out with the shaders. Oh my gosh. So sorry. Let's just get into villager houses. Like I said, here they have their little bell. This is what the interior looks like. I have an ender chest here just so I have access to it, and this is where I'm storing all the emeralds so that I'm able to trade with all of them. Here I have a, what are you? A stonemason. I have 2 stonemasons here actually. Both of them have chests and beds. Like I said, they kind of have room. This guy probably not, but this guy has room for a pet or something, you know, even as a window. Would be nice for a pet. Is there like fog in here? That is so cool. This is kind of like the, I guess like a lobby to the suite of the mending villager. So that's his little workstation. I don't have a lot of stuff to trade with him, but I have a lot of emeralds right now, so I should be pretty good if I need more mending books. I think everything I have already has mending on it, so like I said, this whole thing was pretty unnecessary, but I mean, it's fun, it's cute. Here's the lobby of the second house, and then we go upstairs, and I have more stonemasons. I didn't realize I have so many of them. Are they both? Oh no, this is a cartographer. Okay, we have a cartographer and the stonemason, and I believe these 2 up here are empty. This one has room for a Fletcher, and this one has room for nobody. But I'm hoping, like I said, if we get a baby and they get randomly assigned, they will randomly assign to here with the fletching table. Is it fletching table? Fletching something? But yeah, there's the little village. I did see a cat around here, so I don't know if that means that it's officially a village or what, but there's no iron golem, there's no babies yet, so we will see. Maybe I need to bring more over. I have no clue, but yeah, there it is. That's it. There's the cat. I think there was a gray one as well, or he just looks gray. Okay, the shadowing is kind of no offense, but he looks kind of gray, and then in the sun, in the shade he looks black. That's interesting. Wow. Shaders look amazing. I'm so impressed. I'm so excited to record now. Oh, wow. Well, I'm glad that I was at least able to give my reaction on this video. That's probably going up relatively soon, but wow. Really, really cool. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm really excited about the shaders. They look amazing. I don't know what are they actually called? They're called something else. They're not called shaders, but they're shaders for Bedrock, basically. That makes me even more happy to be playing Bedrock, honestly. But thank you guys for watching. I'm hoping that now it is summertime. I have more time. I will try not to let video games take over, and I will try to give you guys as much time and attention as I can. Sorry. Oopsies. But yeah, I'm like really excited to play Minecraft now, so we'll see. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!